Hello and welcome to one of the best money methods in Gran Turismo 7. So today we are going to be using the iconic Mazda 787B. Now this is a group 1 racer and we are going to be using it against group 4 vehicles, which means straight away we are at a massive advantage. So the Mazda 787B is such an iconic vehicle, it appears in the legendary dealership. So if you do not currently own the Mazda 787B, well, you have to wait for it to actually come back into a legendary dealership to pick it up. It should be priced at under 3 million, so it is a bit on the pricier side, but it is one of the best vehicles to use when it comes to money grinding. Now if you do already have the Mazda 787B, I'm going to just head on over to the tuning sheet and slowly go over it with you so you get the best possible tune that I managed to make for the Mazda 787B. Now for this video we are doing a 700 performance points build. So for the tune we are going to need firstly tire compounds. We are going to start off on racing hards. This is a must have for this tune to work. Secondly, you need intermediates or wets, or you could just purchase both and you know you're covered depending on the severity of the weather, because with the event that we are doing there is an 85% chance of rain occurring during the event. So you rather be prepared and know, okay, you have both tires covered. Depending on how severe the rain is, you know you're all good. But personally I only buy intermediates because I feel it does a sufficient job at getting me around the circuit and still having somewhat level of grip. Now when it comes to suspension, your differential, torque differential, as well as your transmission, these do not affect your performance points. But when I mention transmission, I am talking about the actual manual adjustments. That does not affect it. However, a fully customizable transmission does affect your performance points rating. Hence why in this video we are using a normal transmission, because funny enough this actually gives us the least performance points. So since none of those areas affect your performance points, you can tailor it to your liking. But if you want to copy mine, the settings are as follows. So for suspension, body height adjustments in the front is going to be 65, 75 in the rear. Anti-roll bar is going to be both 10 in front and rear. Then dampening ratio compression is going to be 40 in both front and rear. Dampening ratio expansion is going to be 45 in both front and rear. Natural frequency is going to be 4.80 in both front and rear. Your negative camber angle in the front is going to be set at 3.0 and your rear camber angle is going to be 2.5. So your toe angle in the front is going to be 0.10 going outward and in the rear 0.20 going inward. Then your differential, we have it set at 15 for initial torque, acceleration sensitivity is 20 and braking sensitivity is 40. Now your downforce has a massive impact on what your performance rating will be. So for the front downforce we're going to see that it is going to be 500. That's going to be all the way to the left, and for the rear is going to be at 1600, which is going to be all the way to the right. This way you're going to have the max downforce in the rear and the least amount in the front. But don't stress, because this car will still handle incredibly well. Now your ECU is going to be fully customizable and you are going to set it at 72. With your ballast, you are going to max it out by putting it on 200. Your ballast positioning is going to be at negative 18 and your power restrictor is going to be set at 94. Now as I mentioned earlier, the transmission that we are going to use is a normal transmission. Now yes, it is a bit slower when it comes to shifting compared to the fully customizable racing transmission, but if we apply that, well, we're going to have to decrease our power even more, therefore slowing the vehicle down. So I'd rather have more power than just faster shifts. So with all of this, let's hop on over to the next page. On the next page you can see that we have added absolutely nothing. This is an NA build. We did not add a high RPM turbocharger to the 787B because I did a tune with the turbocharger and without, and I saw that without the turbocharger and my specific tuning, I managed to get a faster lap time using the non-turbocharged version, actually being able to set a 3-minute 59-second run. That means I was just under 4-minute mark, which makes it one of the best vehicles to use for this event. Now, if I haven't mentioned it yet, the event that we're going to be doing is the WTC 700 around Le Mans. This is a 700 performance points max event that takes 30 minutes, and at the end of that 30 minutes you will be rewarded with 825,000 credits, making it one of the best events to use when it comes to money grinding. Now, there are only a few ways that you can void your bonus, and that is by actually overtaking under a yellow flag. The minute you do that, that is your 825k gone, and you will be rewarded 550,000. So avoid overtaking under yellow flags. Even if you cut corners, ram your opponents, that does not affect your clean race bonus. Just avoid overtaking under a yellow flag. Now, when it comes to actually using the 787B out on track, well, these are a few things that you need to know. So fuel map level 1, that is where you want to keep it for the entirety of the race. Because it is a group 1 vehicle, it has a massive fuel capacity and it is extremely fuel efficient, which means even on fuel map level 1 you'll be able to go 4 laps before needing to refuel. So it is a max 7, maybe 8 lap event depending on how fast you are, but most of the time you're going to be sitting 7 laps, which means you are going to outpace the opponents that are going to be needing to refuel at least twice. So you are a clear advantage by there. Also, with it being on fuel map level 1, you are able to carry a lot more speed than the opponents. This vehicle being able to travel over 300 kilometers per hour with absolute ease. I love using the Mazda 787B because the amount of downforce it produces is incredible. It makes cornering an absolute ease. The brakes are perfection, and just the overall performance of this vehicle is absolutely ideal. Plus, so there's just something special about using a Le Mans racer around Le Mans. It just really ties in and makes the whole experience a lot better. Now, with the lap that I'm currently showing you, I actually set a 4-minute and 5-second lap, and that is because, as you can see, I picked up a penalty. I'm gonna pick up another one further down the line, and actually just got slowed down by some of the AI. But if you are able to set the perfect lap, well, you can set a sub 4-minute lap. So that is something to look forward to. And if you are looking forward to more money methods, well, hit that subscribe button, because I am building and just trying to make the fastest tunes possible for Gran Turismo 7. And if that's something you're interested in, well, hit that subscribe button. Mazda 787B. You could also decide to put the vehicle on fuel map level 6. Now that is going to make the vehicle as lean as possible, and is actually going to slow your lap times down, but you can actually go without the need to go into the pits a single time. Yes, a no stop strat is possible with the Mazda 787B. Now that is a very tricky thing to actually measure when you begin the event, because once you see rain appear on your radar, well, you're gonna have to go into the pits. But that's the thing, sometimes you have to, sometimes you don't. That's why on this event, the main thing that you need to focus on is the weather radar, because that is gonna tell you whether or not you need to pit, whether or not you're gonna stay out, or what your race holds for you. So weather radar is extremely important when it comes to using this event. But Mazda 787B, extremely fast, extremely fun. So if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, well, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.